Domo arigato, cent'anni, and welcome to another episode of The Godfather Part 2 Minute. With me, Alex Robinson.
And with me, Andy Robinson.
And here we're going to talk about minute 60 of The Godfather Part 2.
Alex, repeat after me. E minuto. Numero. 60. You made it, baby.
Short. 60. 1 hour in.
You made it, baby. What do you got?
Well,
tell
minute
us
60.
Tell us what happens.
Minute 60, young Vito and Clemenza bring the reclaimed rug, the reclaimed pile, back to the Corleone compound. But young Sonny doesn't think the rug brings the room together. Later, Mikey rides on a train.
I take umbrage with two parts of your summary.
What parts do you take umbrage with?
Numero uno. You said the reclaimed rug. That does not describe it's a stolen rug. It's a hot rug.
Well, I mean, we don't.
You're trying to say Clemenza originally owned it and now he's reclaiming it?
Well, I'm just saying we don't. This is Clemenza's friend. As far as we know, that is still true. So
okay.
I'm going to say that I'm going to take him at his word and assume that he's being honest.
But even if it is his friend, it wouldn't be a reclaimed rug. You're rewriting history here, Alex.
Well, you mean reclaimed in the sense of it once belonged to Clemenza and now he is.
Yeah. Okay. Could it be used another way?
I guess I was just thinking
recycled, maybe.
Like if something was abandoned, you're like, I'm reclaiming this as part of I don't know. But you're right. It's probably not. Mm-hmm. Could you think of another R word you should have used instead?
I was going to say the stolen.
That's not.
You were trying to make it alliteration.
Yeah, alliteration.
Say it again. Read it again.
Young Vito and Clemenza bring the reclaimed rug back to the Corleone compound.
I would change it to Clemenza and Vito take the captured carpet.
It's not a carpet.
Well, I
object to that part more so than the reclaimed.
Well, it becomes a carpet in this minute. We haven't talked about it yet, but it is wall to wall.
It is wall to wall, but it is not attached to the ground. Well, we don't know actually if it is attached to the ground.
There's a little bit in the book. We'll get into that later in the book.
So
let's agree to disagree. But the other part is Corleone compound. This guy's only committed one crime. I don't think that qualifies his home, his sacred space, to be a compound yet.
Well, so you think compound automatically conveys a criminal compound?
Kind of.
It conveys a criminal compound
with a captured carpet.
Recapture.
They carry the captured carpet to the criminal compound.
Criminal Corleone compound.
The criminal.
Yeah. So
I don't like it.
Take it as an insult.
What do you got?
Well, so before we even get into the Corleone compound, when they're walking up the steps to go in, I made a note of the storefront there.
Oh, okay.
And there's a bunch of Italian words on it.
Yeah.
Forgive my butchery of this. I'm sure our Latin scholar Hikaruchi will forgive me. Cambio Vaglia Biglietti per Nave. That's what the main headline says on that building. You want to take any chance on it?
I know cambio is probably change, like something swapping out, maybe like
you're correct.
Okay. I didn't
Vaglia, Vaglia.
Vaglia, voglio, don't know.
Biglietti, Bigli.
Biglietti, don't know.
TTI.
No.
Per, PER, Nave, NAVE.
For boats. For don't know.
Look, I put it into Google and they literally translate it as change of money orders for ship.
Oh, okay.
So it must have something to do with like if you're
exchange house.
If you're traveling and you need and then the subtitle under it says si prenotano viaggi, which means you book trips.
Okay, so it's a early 20th century travel agent and Casa de Cambio.
Also,
money
you
exchange.
Book trips means like come here if you want to book a trip.
Yeah, I think so.
Not right? You book the trip, we just do the money.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that probably makes sense. They lives above a travel agency.
Leave the dollars. Take the ship tickets.
Take the reclaimed rug.
Well, thanks for looking that up.
Yeah, so I was curious if there was always like hidden messages in there.
Yeah, and that's underneath Vito's apartment, right?
Yes, their compound.
Yeah, cool.
Beneath it.
Gosh, I remember back right before the internet, you could buy plane tickets at different travel agents, and there was one down in the city that was for students. You had to physically go there.
Yeah.
And it was all discounted for students. I forgot what that was called. That's amazing how much it's changed. Well, that's not where I thought you were going with that.
Where'd you think I was going?
When you said you saw them carrying the carpet inside, there's a man sitting on the stoop.
Right.
And Vito says something to him. We don't hear any of it. We just hear the music. But I was wondering, what do you think he said to him? It was maybe 6 to 7 words.
Probably something like, "Oh no, this rug isn't stolen."
I was wondering, is he making an excuse for how he got it? Is he telling a lie? Like, "Oh, my friend's friend gave this
maybe
to us."
Something like that. Because you probably don't want to seem too like. Maybe you would get, like, if you had too nice stuff, you would get robbed. Or, like, if they thought you had a lot of money, like, "Oh, wow, you bought that fancy rug. We should go rob that guy." Maybe it's something like, "Oh, well, yeah, my friend just gave this to me," or whatever.
It's a piece of junk. It's it's made out of
this bedbug-ridden carpet. I have to take it for some reason.
Yeah. Maybe he said, like, "Oh, there's no body in here. There's no body in here.
I ain't got nobody." Or he was just like, "Hey, this is the guy who gave me the guns, now gave me a rug too." He's telling everybody about it.
Hey, maybe it's just, "Hello, how you doing?" Or maybe something like, "Oh boy, this sure is heavy." So something to acknowledge, to kind of bide time while he passes the guy, so he doesn't he doesn't give the guy time to ask a question.
Yeah, or maybe throw him off the trail by saying something totally like that would be like, "What?"
Like, "Hey, I see they have a good exchange rate at the ship money exchange store downstairs."
He's like, "What?" He runs down immediately to go change his money.
Well, what would you have said to that guy if he gave you kind of a suspicious look at your Vito in that situation, given everything that's happened?
Well, I was just saying, I wouldn't even
nothing.
I think I would just say like, "Oh yeah, thanks for your help," something like that, because the guy's just sitting there on the step while we're trying to break in. Like, "Oh no, don't get out of the way, don't get up." That's what I would say.
Oh, and I like it. Yeah. Hey, next time you're bringing a rug up, don't come to me and ask for help. He stops and gives him a whole lecture. He's like, "I'm Godfather to your niece, and you don't even ask me, or you don't even help me lift this carpet.
You don't even go change my money at the travel agent."
Yeah. I really could use a coffee drink right now, carrying this rug all day.
Decaf, make sure decaf. I don't want to be up all night.
Well, thanks for entertaining those ideas.
Oh,
when you go back and rewatch it, see if there's any more clues as to what he may have said to Vito.
Do you think that guy maybe is like, that's like Bonacera's father? Like, is he connected to the rest of the story somehow?
I originally thought it was the owner of the other building that we're going to see in a future scene.
Old landlord who wants to kick the lady out with the dog. Yeah,
but I don't think it was.
They all have those mustaches. They all kind of look those mustache Pete's, they call them.
Yeah.
Mustache pizza.
Hey, one other thing is Vito is carrying the front of the rug.
Yeah.
And Clemenza's at the back of it. So maybe Vito plays a little joke on Clemenza. He says to the guy, "Oh, the guy behind you is gonna tip you for opening the door for us."
Or something like, "I got that $10. I got that $10. I owe you. Get it from my partner."
Yeah. Can you imagine Clemenza here? And he's like, what are you doing? What else you got, Alex?
Well, so do you think, we all know the bottom, if you're moving something, the person at the bottom of the stairs, it's harder. You know what I mean? Like if you're moving something, the person at the bottom is basically has most of the weight, and the person at the top is just kind of like guiding it a bit, you know?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
So,
but it's also hard to... if the person on the bottom is not moving fast enough, all of a sudden it's like lower and it's hard to carry yourself low.
Right, but as the person in the front, you have to defer to the person in the back because it's a tougher gig being in the back. So did Clemenza volunteer to be in the back, or did Vito take the top position, or what's the...
You know, a wise listener would conclude at this point that we don't have much to talk about in this minute. We're talking about the physics of moving a carpet.
It's not the physics; it's the psychology of like, because if I was, because Clemenza is clearly trying to rope Vito into this situation, so I'm sure he said to Vito, "Oh, you go first," because he knew that you would have to go up the stairs. He wants to make it as nice as possible.
Are you suggesting this is Vito's first power move as a potential Don?
I think it's like Clemenza's power move. Clemenza is doing this in an attempt to get Vito to join his gang, but it winds up being the opposite. Vito winds up taking over the whole thing. So, so that's what I think it.
Okay.
Like the question is, if things had gone on and they were robbing more rugs, would Clemenza eventually be like, Vito, you take the back? You know what I mean? Would he eventually said, okay, now that you're in, I get to be the front guy, or Vito, pick up that rug, follow me. You know, like that. He just has him carrying the whole rug by
himself.
Yeah. So it's not so much physics as psychology.
As psychology. But if you're Clemenza and you want to get him into the gang, I can kind of see him making it easy for Vito right now. Like, oh, look, you get a free rug, you don't have to carry much of it. Yeah. But I can also see him wanting to set a precedent, like, hey, you know, like, you need to, like, we're going to invite you into the gang, but you need to
You gotta carry the back of the rug sometimes.
Yeah, maybe that's one of the old Mustache Pete expressions. Like, oh, he's a guy, he'll carry the back of the rug.
My father always told me.
Oh, what the hell is this, Sonny? It's a Sicilian message. Look,
carrying a big rug.
Look, Gabrazzi carries the rug.
Do you think did the Don keep the rug? Does the Don have the rug in at the time of GF1?
Oh boy. Well, they're not living there anymore.
Right.
Oh, you think he may have moved it?
Did they move it as part of a sentimental? He has a sentimental weakness for my rug, as you can see.
I don't know. I think as long as the statute of limitations ran out on it getting stolen, because you don't want the movers to see it and be like, wait a minute, this was reported stolen from that house a few blocks away.
I like that you think that the Corleones would hire movers who were like, wait a minute, there might be something illegal going on here.
There are all these guns are moving. Just look the other way. I don't know. I could see either way. It's probably more of, is it out of style? Are they doing well enough where they can buy new rugs? Maybe they give it to someone in the community.
Maybe when they moved, they gave it to... or I was going to say, similarly, if they did bring it to the Corleone compound, and then they sold that house to Frankie Five Angels, did Frankie Five Angels then also... Is the rugs down? We'll keep an eye open later when Mikey goes to visit Frankie Five Angels, if we see the rug there with Sonny's baby drool all over it when he had it.
So. Yeah, I like this. I like your rug research.
Speaking of Clemenza, when we go inside the house, we see young Clemenza is kind of playing with baby Sonny,
singing to him,
and
playing,
holds him. Now we know Clemenza has a great deal of affection for children. He doesn't want to see them backed over when they're playing in the driveway. So I'm assuming that this is all that he legitimately likes children and is not just doing this as a way of, again, continuing to rope Vito in. Well, there's probably some of that, but
I think I think he's not that clever.
He's not the smarter one of the two.
Not the smarter one.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah. I wrote that it's charming, this moment. And you also have the music. You've got this like romantic string. Yeah. That classic GF2 flashback, an earlier age, nostalgic type music. Yeah. Which is really interesting. I pointed out that you hear the but that's the backdrop to Sonny crying. Like a baby crying, and I never realized it. It's very stark and it's very effective.
Yeah, the baby crying certainly gives it a feeling of unease and kind of like it on a subconscious level, like maybe even a conscious level, just stops it from being the kind of warm moment it is. But I like that Sonny crying is almost like, despite the music and despite this new rug, it's almost like this is what Sonny's dead. Sonny's doomed. Like, this is what leads to Sonny being massacred on the causeway.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like by Vito making this choice, it's almost like Sonny is like, oh no, like, I'm the one who's going to pay the price for this, this mistake.
Yeah. And it's symbolic that Clemenza places him right on the stolen rug.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Like, boom, right there. Yeah. He cries. And in this minute, the baby Sonny actually falls down, like face down. Yeah. Which I think that's...
Yeah. And once again, the Don is towering over him, looking down at him, much the same way when he's like, look how they massacred my boy. He's like standing above, looking down at him too. So it's a nice bit of foreshadowing.
Yeah, no doubt. That's great.
And also, it's also nice to contrast it because, like, this is the same duo who we're going to see in the scene where he's like, we're on your street as your father's already dead. And Sonny's all like, what's the matter with you? It's the same two characters, both played by different actors, of course. But it's, a relationship that will last a long time. Tremendous consequences.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Great scene.
61. Yeah. Overdub alert.
Overdub alert.
Overdub alert. Overdub alert. Overdub alert. Overdub alert. Overdub alert. Overdub alert. Overdub alert.
Have not done one of those in a while. To me, it sounded like when Santino is on the rug and Mama and Vito are like, oh, look at the pretty rug, and I feel like her dialogue is dubbed in because the part where she says Santino is like super clear.
Oh, wow.
So I feel like it was dubbed and they kind of raised it when she says Santino so that it's really obvious that this is, like, they make a point of reminding you that this is Santino in this scene.
Oh, interesting.
So I feel like that's the line sounded really dubbed to me when I was listening to it. So
I didn't pick up on that. I'll go back and listen to it.
Keep an ear out for it.
Yeah, wow. Mm-hmm. Maybe because of all the strong music, it was hard to pick up on.
Yeah. You said you had something from the book for this.
Yeah, a few things from the book. Alex?
Yeah.
The book is different than the movie.
What? They steal a carpet in the book. Not a rug.
The book is different than the movie. The book is different than the movie. The book is different. The book is different. The book is different than the movie. Yeah.
Okay, Alex, you ready?
Sock it to me.
Got a few parts to go through. I'll pause and we'll dissect. Page 195, Puzo writes, 30 minutes later, they were cutting the rug to fit the living room of Vito Corleone's apartment.
Oh, they were cutting it. So they probably didn't keep it then.
I thought that meant they were having a little party, dancing on it.
Cutting the rug, chewing the fat.
They had enough left over for the bedroom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Oh, you think they were cutting a rug in the bedroom? Oh, you're sick. You are sick.
Hey, Vito, Mama, come on, let's go back in the bedroom.
That's why he's being all nice to him. This is interesting. Puzo writes, Clemenza was an expert workman, and from the pockets of his wide, ill-fitting jacket, he had the necessary carpet-cutting tools.
This makes me think... This, I think, might give us a little clue.
Yeah.
That perhaps Clemenza, like, that's how he knew to go to that house to get that rug. Is he somehow involved in the rug business? And that's what gave him access to this place and to get to see different things.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm guessing from that.
That makes sense. That's how he would know to go right there. Because from the original plan, he said, oh, I would like to give you this rug as a gift.
Yeah, so he knew going in that there was a rug there. And so the fact that he now has the tools, rug tools. Seems like
I like how he's got them in his jacket. I don't think he always carries them around. Maybe. Or maybe if this is his specialty, because most people had trades back then, like a specialty.
Yeah. I bet it's also some of those carpet tools can be used for other ends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you use a sharp blade to cut carpeting, you can probably use that sharp blade for other objects too.
Poor choice of words. Cutting a carpet. Puzo also writes that even then, Clemenza liked to wear loose clothes, though he was not so fat.
Do you think when they're cutting the rug, is this why
Clemenza cuts the rug?
Is this why Clemenza's so sensitive about dance judges? Is that he doesn't like people commenting on his dancing from back in the day?
Wait, because it referenced his old trade of being a carpet layer?
No, like when Vito and Mama and Clemenza were cutting the rug together in the apartment.
Yeah.
This is like that was when Clemenza was dancing and Mama and Vito made fun of his dancing. That's why he's always like when people.
So this was the first incident.
Yeah, that should have been a deleted scene. They have them all dancing and the Vito and Mama are all like, oh no, 3.2.
Yeah, they're scoring him and everything. He's like, oh, but how about this one? And he does like early break dancing on the rug.
He's all mad. What? 4.0? Watch this. He's doing dance.
He's like, go back to Jenko, do your job.
Should have stopped at Fred Astaire in Munich when we had the chance.
That's great.
Puzo writes.
Do you think going back to GF1, Clemenza would have been okay if someone like Tessio or Don Vito had said, hey, you're doing great out there on the dance floor?
Yeah, I think he would be more.
It's just because it's Paul, he's someone under him.
I don't know. I feel like he would. I feel like if it's about something like that Clemenza would give as good as he got.
Yeah.
I guess we don't know what the real... like, Vito doesn't strike me as like a ball buster kind of guy.
No, I don't think so.
So I feel like maybe they wouldn't joke around with him so much. But Tessio, I feel like, could do it.
Yeah.
With Clemenza.
Clemenza, do that one you used to do, the Charleston, for old time's sake.
That sounds suspiciously like a Zaza with I was stoned in my shoe.
Yeah. Oh, that's why Clemenza got deducted points. He was trying to dance where he had a stone in his shoe.
Well, I have some bad news, Andy.
What?
Looks like the paywalls are coming down. You know what that means?
What does that mean?
That means that if you want to continue listening to the show, they have to go to godfatherminute.com/Patreon or support. Sorry, godfatherminute.com/support and sign up. You can, for just $1 a week, you get the whole rest of the episode and you get all the bonus content from the past episodes.
Excellent. I'll go there right now.